Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Excited to get to share with all of you in just a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, go ahead and drop in the chat. Where are you listening from? If you're on Plexus already, what is your favorite Plexus product? And if you've never used Plexus before, go ahead and tell us that too. Where are you tuning in from? North Carolina, Virginia. Awesome. Good morning. Georgia. Fantastic. All right, let's see. Let me get a check on time. It is exactly 9 o'clock on the dot. So we are going to go ahead and roll. Let me admit these people. Good morning. Hi. Hi. Okay. So here's what you can expect today. This is going to last probably about 35 minutes. So buckle up, get a pen and paper ready. You might want to take a note or two. And if you have questions, jot them down or drop them in the chat. And if we have time at the end, I'll definitely do a Q&A. And if not, I'll get some of your questions answered in some of the feedback following the call. So does that sound good? Are you guys ready? All right, let's hop in. First of all, I'm Christina. I'll tell you a little bit more about me in just a few minutes, but I have to kind of giggle at the title of this webinar because y'all listen, when I first started this, there was no way in the world I would be caught dead doing an opportunity like I thought this was. Okay, so I grew up here in Middle Georgia. And I mean, I would be telling you a fib if I told you that I had not heard of network marketing or multi-level marketing or pyramid this or back when I was growing up, several friends of mine had family members, usually dads, believe it or not, back then, who were kind of dabbling in this industry. And so needless to say, by the time I was an adult, I was a little bit jaded to the idea that something like this could exist. And so when I was thinking about what do I want my people to hear right now that are considering building a business like this, the first thing that kept popping into my mind was before they can hear what I want them to hear, they're going to have to know that I hear what they hear inside their own head. And so I just want you to know when you're thinking about multi-level marketing or network marketing or social marketing or, whatever kind of bow you wrap this industry up in, just know I've heard it all. I've probably thought it all, and it's okay. What you think you know about this industry or what your past experience is, it is not an indicator of where you can actually go in this industry. So let's jump right in. First of all, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I know that there's a million things you could be doing, so I don't take it lightly that you are here or catching this on a recording. So this is Plexus Freedom Team. Our team is made up of very, very driven and passionate men and women. Our goal is to serve well, and it is to lead well, and it is to live well. And so our team mission is kind of all wrapped up in that, just wellness, mind, body, soul, spirit, all of it above. And then also getting the very most out of this life. You're not going to meet one of us who is just okay with like mediocre or mundane. We are absolutely striving for every single ounce of our potential. And so that's what you will be linking arms with if you decide that this opportunity is something that you are up for. So our desire is to leave people better than we found them. And we do that by adding value and, again, serving well. So some things that you need to know about us: we are passionate about our company. We are Plexus through and through because we are also so incredibly passionate about our products. When you have products that you love that are changing people's lives, it's not really difficult to be passionate about that. And then as much as I absolutely love our products, I am just as passionate about the opportunity here and the potential for opportunity here. And that's why you won't catch me ever, slowing down, letting up, going silent because there's so much more for people out there. And it was because someone believed that about me that my life is what it is now. So my hope for you today is that you leave with the knowledge that change is absolutely possible for you. I hope that you leave with the courage to commit to that change. The commitment to the change comes before the change, right? Hence the need for courage. So I hope that what you learned today will help you make that decision, whether this is what you end up going with or whether there's something else that you decide to endeavor in. I hope that the information that you hear today will be valuable. So let me introduce myself. This is me and my family, born and raised right here in Georgia. Go Dogs. I grew up and became a school teacher in the exact same school district that I graduated from. I'm a mom of 4, all ages and stages. I have one that graduated kindergarten yesterday and one that lives on her own. So my oldest will be 20 this year. My youngest is 6. And you guys, my favorite thing for the last 20 years has been being just that, a mama, right? And so I actually started my career so that I could have the most access to doing both in my mind. And so I became a school teacher. I actually started my teaching career when my oldest son began kindergarten, and I loved teaching. I've always loved helping other people grow in understanding, and teaching is just kind of where I envisioned I would always stay. I thought I would teach for 30 years, retire on a modest income, and then, continue to enjoy my life. But then we decided to expand our family. So after being the one at home with my 2 older kids until they started school, having to send this brand new baby, our 3rd baby, her name's Tegan, and she's 8, having to send her to a babysitter because I was a full-time school teacher, it proved very difficult for me. And so I felt like I was in constant conflict in my heart with where I was spending my time. I wanted to honor my profession and the students that I was teaching. I wanted to honor them well. And then I also wanted to honor my desire to be stewarding my relationship with my family well. So I was, for the first time in my career, was in kind of constant conflict. Again, because when I started my teaching career, my kids started school with me. And then now we had this new baby. And so I just constantly felt like I was battling not only the guilt over where to spend my time, but I was battling constant stress and pressure over finances because let's be for real, a once a month teacher paycheck did not leave a lot of room for extras. And it really wasn't long before I realized in the classroom that there's not a lot of ways to teach harder or more creatively to make more money. And there's also no way to work overtime, although I chronically worked overtime, right? I just had to work it for free. So I knew that my expenses were going to continue to go up, and there was no way for me to increase my income. I had already gotten 2 graduate degrees to kind of maximize the pay scale in Georgia. And so the pressure just always felt like it was there. We were one emergency away all the time, right? One refrigerator going out or one set of tires needing to be replaced. And so I felt trapped because my income felt tapped, right? So I was capped out. And so that felt very stressful to me. So I was already using Plexus products, had been using them for about a year, but I had avoided the opportunity like the plague because of what I told you earlier. So I grew up with negative connotations of this industry in my mouth, and it blinded me to opportunity. So I was convinced that if I said yes to the opportunity, that I was going to somehow be like, I don't know, joining a cult or something, and couldn't have that, right? However, when the possibility for change was more enticing than my reality of staying the same, I knew that I had to kind of take a look. So my friend her name's Brittany. She happens to be my upline and now one of my best friends in the world. But back then she wasn't. So we had gone to high school together. So I had a certain measure of respect for her, but we weren't super close friends. However, she is the one that introduced me to Plexus products. And so when she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I just got my first paycheck with a comma in it," I was intrigued. So as a school teacher, I definitely understood place value. And if she's getting paid from home with all of her kids, money to that extent, I definitely wanted to lean in and take a closer look. So I figured if she could figure this out while she was homeschooling 5 kids, that I probably could figure this out too. So I want to be very clear. I loved my life prior to Plexus. Loved my life. I've always been a glass half full. I've always tried to make the most of every opportunity. And we would sacrifice to squeeze every ounce of life that we could, whether it meant charging the experiences or not. I was just committed to giving my family the life that I thought that they deserved. So, was I scared to do something like this? Abso-freaking-lutely, I was scared. Listen, I had been one of the judgmental people, and so I knew what I was up against. Okay, so I was scared. I've always prided myself on being someone that people liked. I'm a type 3 on the Enneagram. If you're not familiar with that, we kind of pride ourselves on achievement, and we really like for people to like us, and so I was concerned. I was also concerned about my time constraints. So remember, I had just had baby number 3, was teaching full time, was finishing up my second graduate degree. And so I was concerned that I would have to make sacrifices in order to prioritize learning the necessary skills to be successful here. And the reality is I did have to make certain sacrifices. But what I found is that people actually aren't afraid of making sacrifices. They just need to be sure that their sacrifices will be worth it. Right? So here's what I knew. I knew that if other people were being successful here, it just meant I had to be willing to learn what they had been willing to learn and then give it time to grow, all while mastering consistency and failing forward. So you guys, listen, it has been so worth it. I actually matched my teaching income within my first 9 months. So for 9 months, I was committed. I was getting up at 4:30 a.m. because I liked to pull my time to work my Plexus business from ways that wouldn't necessarily subtract from those who needed me most. And so for me, that was early morning and late night. And so I would invest in building this. And it took me 9 months of investing before my paychecks equaled my teaching paycheck. And I was doing this all while continuing to teach. I actually continued teaching for 3 years after that because I wanted to learn what it meant for me to develop leaders and to stabilize my income. Because as much as I valued freedom and the idea that I could create freedom in my life, I also highly value security. And so it was very important to me, not that I made a lot of money quickly, but that I would make a lot of money forever and ever and ever and ever. And so in order to do that, I knew that I had to develop some skill sets. So what I need you to know is that I never, ever imagined myself as someone who would be at the top of a company, earning multiple 6 figures and leading a team of thousands of people. And y'all, listen, I will still laugh. I literally out loud when I look around and realize this is my life. If you see me at a company event, just know there will be so many times where I will say, I cannot believe this is my life. I can't believe this is my life. But then you guys, what happens is I just try to let a humble sense of pride take over because I know what it took to build this. The hard work, the years of 4:30 a.m. wake up call so that I could work this before going to work my full-time job, and so much sacrifice. But y'all, now I'm totally in charge of my calendar. I decide where I will spend every one of the 24 hours in every single day. And I'll decide where my income that has now surpassed what a brain surgeon makes, where it's going to be spent. And listen, I don't say that to brag at all. I grew up in a trailer park. My entire adolescent life was in a trailer park, and I would not take $1 million for those years. My daddy is a police officer. He retired as a detective, and my mother has been disabled since I was in 2nd grade. So wealth wasn't something that I aspired for. It wasn't even something that I realized was possible. I never knew anyone who made 6 figures. My daddy was a police officer. Okay. And so I didn't understand wealth until I became an adult and realized that wealth is actually here for the taking for those who are willing to work just as hard on themselves as they do on their business. So I hope that's why you're here today, because something in your soul is restless and maybe you're dreaming for the first time in years and you just need to know, can this be the avenue? Okay. So what is Plexus? Well, Plexus is a wellness company. We offer natural solutions for health goals or concerns that pretty much everyone needs. We're known as the OG gut health company, offering supplements that are effective because we get to the root issue, to the root of issues, besides just putting like Band-Aids on symptoms. We really want to create a healing environment in your body from the inside out. So the vast majority of health issues that we deal with as Americans can be traced back to the same root causes. Root causes being gut health problems, hormonal imbalances, and inflammation. And our products address all of these causes. That's why you're going to see so many health testimonials on so many different things, because so many different things start at the root of one of those three things or a combination of the three, which is also why we have such a great opportunity here with Plexus. We have products that the masses need. So companies have a choice with how they're going to market and sell their products. So instead of investing in, our marketing dollars into celebrity endorsements or TV, our company actually compensates us, regular men and women, for sharing these products with people, because word of mouth has always been the bestseller, always. So instead of putting our products on a shelf at a brick and mortar store or a nutrition store, our products come with a coach, a mentor, a person who can tell an actual story, who can provide support and kind of walk alongside you on a journey from a product user to hopefully eventually a brand ambassador, and just kind of give you that one-on-one support and guidance. So essentially, we get paid to share health and happiness with others and support them along their journey. Our mission, like I told you in the beginning, is to help people live well. We want them to live well, mind, body, soul, and our products and our opportunity can provide that. So we help people not only with their health goals or concerns, but also in their confidence, in their mindset, in their personal development, in their finances. And we do it all in a big, massive community. Okay, so who can be a brand ambassador? Listen, when I think about the fact that I used to say anyone can do this, anybody can do this, I do still think anybody can do this. What I think is some people won't, because what this requires is a sacrifice of comfortability. If you're a creature of comfort and you love your comfort more than you're willing to embrace change, probably not for you. Probably not for you. But if you're willing to sacrifice your comfort temporarily to create new levels of comfort somewhere else, this totally can be for you. So I want to share with you some success indicators that I see in people. But before I do, let me tell you what is not an indicator of whether or not you can be successful here. Number one, you do not have to have product results yet. Some of the most successful people on our team come in and start their product journey right alongside of their business journey. You don't have to have experience in sales. Y'all, I talk to 9-year-olds all day long. I had never sold anything to anybody. My kids got assigned to me as their teacher. So I didn't even have to market myself, right? You don't have to have a certain personality. I have seen some of the most successful people here be really, really extroverted, really, really introverted, and right down the middle. So you don't have to have a certain personality. You don't have to have a large network. You don't have to have tons of free time. I've yet to meet a single person who thinks, I've got massive amounts of free time. I'd like to go figure out how to invest that. No, we're all busy. The most successful people are those who are busy at the most important things, right? And we can show you how to do that. And you don't have to be free of fear. You don't have to be free of doubt. You don't have to be free of skepticism. You just have to be willing to be honest about it. Bring it to the lightness, right? Here's what it absolutely does require. And listen, it requires all of this following list. So at any point, if you're like, probably not for you, okay? It does require courage. It does require courage. Remember when I said you could bring your fear? You can. You just also have to bring your courage. You have to have a willingness to get out of your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of progress. You're going to have to value progress more than comfort. You're going to have to bring a work ethic. This is called network marketing for a reason. You're going to have to bring a willingness to learn. You're going to have a massive learning curve here. That's okay. We all do. And the good news is you're joining a team with a decade of experience at this point, meaning we have failed forward and fallen flat on our face to save you the embarrassment of doing it yourself. And we're still doing that. We're still doing that. We're creating systems and processes so that when you come in, the learning curve is less. You got to have grit and determination. You have to have a belief that it is all figure outable. And here's how I can tell you that. I tell my kids that all the time, because whatever they're considering, whatever they're conceiving of doing, I'll say, has it been done before? And they'll say, yeah, like so-and-so or whatever. And I'll say, okay, it's doable. It's figure outable. Go figure it out. Everything is figure outable. And if it's not been done before, what I would say is, okay, that feels impossible unless what happens? And then you focus on the unless. Okay. If you're serious about creating an income stream, you're going to realistically need to plan to work this 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week starting off, I can show you how to build a very successful, sustainable, long-term business. Okay. Y'all, Tegan played in the championship game last weekend. And remember when I said I was a type 3? We like to win. And so I like to think that my loving encouragement cheered them on to victory. They did win. I don't have a voice. So, okay. Listen, don't worry if you had no idea where to start or what to do. We have a step-by-step process that teaches you exactly what to do every step of the way. We'll guide you and support you. We will be here to provide you feedback and encouragement. That's the beauty of this business model. We're invested in your success. It's a people helping people business. And the more successful you become, the more successful we become. So we have a vested interest in your success. So what is it that you're going to do if you decide to do this? How do we actually make money here? So let's talk about it. Our job is to share health and happiness with others and help other people do the same. So essentially what that looks like in practical terms is we have conversation with people to show them how our products can help solve their problems. We'll show you how to have those conversations. We'll show you how to help convert friends, family, and strangers into customers. Once you have a customer, you'll serve them well using our step-by-step customer care guide, because remember, our goal is to not acquire customers, but to enhance the wellness of people's lives. We have a Facebook group called the Plexus Freedom Wellness Community, where you'll add your customers and they'll get extra tips for getting the best results on their products. They'll see tons and tons and tons of amazing testimonies and transformations that our products have given people. And they'll find community with other health-minded individuals who are working toward optimal wellness. So that's pretty much what we do to sell our products, create happy customers who order month after month after month because they're loving their results and our community. We'll also teach you how to have conversations with people that show them how the business opportunity can solve their problems financially. We'll show you how to have these conversations and convert people to business builders on your team. Once you have a business builder, you'll plug them into our tried and true step-by-step systems and training that you'll get yourself once you get started. Y'all, you'll be in business for yourself, but you will never, ever, ever be by yourself, because we've got that kind of community here that you're going to love to be a part of. And so will your customers. So, want to see what some of it looks like? Here's a sneak peek of some of the resources that you'll be using once you start your business. Every day, you'll definitely want to be a product of the product and share your journey with people. People will follow a journey, right? They want to know how your experience is going. And every day you'll have conversations with people about Plexus. And for a lot of us, those conversations are started through social media. So sometimes simply by just sharing your journey with your products can be enough to spark a Plexus conversation. Sometimes, though, you might have to be the one who initiates the conversation, and we're going to show you how to do that in a way that is never, ever slimy or salesy, in a way that feels very authentic to you. So once they decide to make a purchase, they go into the wellness community where we're going to support and serve them. Plus, you'll be following the customer care system so that you can connect with them individually. So really cool. Our business builders get access to our Success Accelerator mentorship, where they'll get their business off to a very strong start. Plus, we'll help lay the foundation for long-term success. And then they'll graduate into our big giant team page, Plexus Freedom Team. Our team page it's a thriving community of very, very successful leaders and women who are goal-driven, ambitious, and who cheer each other along the way. So our culture is very, very special. We're actually training at our big company-wide convention next month on how we have created such a special leadership culture here. And the reality is we all like to win, but it doesn't feel like we're in competition with each other. We work together because we know when one person gets better, we all get better. We grow together without the drama. Can I get an amen? So imagine waking up to messages in the morning saying, "You have changed my life. Thank you so much for telling me about these products." That happens on the regular. Also, all of our systems are online, so you can literally make money from anywhere as long as you have your internet connection and some sort of device. Another one of my favorite parts, we carry zero inventory. I don't have to make a single trip to the post office. I don't have to, have a bunch of storage bins and buy inventory in bulk. We send people to our website, they order product, and the product is shipped directly to them. Okay, so let's talk social media, because this was an intriguing part of the business for me, because I've always liked to kind of peek at social media here and there. I like to, follow along with people's lives and see their kids, but I very, very rarely participated in conversations of my own or making my own post. I had very, very few social media friends when I started. I mean, very few. Didn't post, didn't really engage, I just didn't really participate. So I was a little bit unsure how to approach social media at first, but it turns out social media is a simple set of skills that can be learned. Remember when I said we have to embrace change? And so what was comfortable was avoiding social media. What I had to evolve into is someone who was willing to learn about social media. So that's what I did. I learned. Leveraging social media has allowed me to create a very significant stream of income without having to leave my family to go show up for a second job. So here's the deal. Social media has changed everything about the way business is done and the way money is made these days. We live in a social media economy, you guys. I literally was able to have mulch delivered from Lowe's 2 days ago, decided I needed a mulch at 6 p.m., had mulch delivered by 6:45 p.m., all online. So if Lowe's hardware store can figure out social media, so can you, right? Social media is a powerful lead generation tool also. You can say something one time and hundreds of people can see it. Very different than the way our mamas had to do network marketing, right? No more door-to-door or home parties or, just online. So we'll teach you how to share your journey in a way that makes people want to do this with you. We'll show you how to inspire other people to join you. We'll teach you how to start conversations with people who are watching what you're posting. They're watching your content. You guys, this is a relationship business. We'll teach you how to have conversations that convert so that you don't ever have to be salesy or spammy. And again, it's okay if you know nothing about social media marketing. We'll teach you. And you'll have so much fun creating content that here's what's fun about it. It's not necessarily the creation of it. It's knowing that you're adding value. It's knowing that you're serving your audience with what you know or what you've experienced or what you have gone through. Okay. So how do we get paid? I feel like my slide should actually be called Show Me the Money. Okay, we get paid 8 different ways and 5 times a month. That's way, way better than once a month as a teacher, I feel like. Our company and our compensation plan is very generous because we are a debt-free company. You can have dollars in your bank account as early as next week. Now, I won't go into every detail about the comp plan here, although if you want the nitty-gritty details, I can absolutely send it to you. I find most people would much rather learn how to make money first than analyze the ways to make money later. Once the paychecks start coming in, it's not hard to understand which action caused that, right? So here's the gist of how we get paid. You earn a commission when people first order from you. You get a commission when your happy customers reorder from you. You also get a commission when people order from your people. And you'll get a commission when people reorder from your people. So people order from you when they reorder, when they order from your people, when they reorder. And this goes all the way down 7 levels deep. Okay, so let's just say you are consistently sharing the products and the opportunities, and then you're digging into the training, and you're doing this thing well. Imagine that. Imagine if you give this time to grow and you start to do this well, Imagine how those commissions compound. If each month you just got 3 new customers and a new business builder who got 3 new customers, and this happened month after month after month, and your customers are reordering, plus your business builders are reordering, that is residual income. That's the effect of compounding consistency, right? That's the compound effect. That is how you build freedom. Hold on one second while I put my dogs outside. Okay. Remember when I said not your mama's business? Listen, this is me, summertime, with my children here, children and dogs, y'all, children and dogs. Okay. So freedom. Freedom comes from residual income, and we can show you how to do that. So you'll also get a very nice cash bonus every single time you hit a new rank. There are 9 ranks in our company, and the top 3 ranks come with bonus pools every single month as well. So this is how I became a 6-figure earner. Consistency, learning, hard work, and helping as many people as I could get exactly what they want. Our compensation plan is absolutely the foundation for what we do here, but y'all, there are some really, really fun perks. One of them being trips and contests. So several times a year, our company will roll out contests where we get to earn super fun things like luxurious trips, huge cash bonuses, fancy dinners where our husbands get to see us all dressed up, and shopping sprees. So we've been to Dallas, we've been to Orlando, we've been to Vegas. We just got back from a cruise to the Caribbean. We've been to Punta Cana. Y'all, I've been on several $2,500 shopping sprees to Bloomingdale's. Like, it feels unreal. They literally shut the place down for us. It's incredible. And I just had no idea that any of this was even possible when I started. Although I do remember watching Supermarket Sweep as a kid, like where they're rolling through the grocery store, like throwing things in the buggy that they get for free. And I just remember thinking, that would be so cool. And now I get to go on shopping sprees where that is my life. So here's the thing. I not only get to experience this myself, but I get to bring my husband and my kids on these trips and have experiences with people who are now our very best friends. So the reality is anybody can earn these incentives. They're actually designed for up-and-coming leaders to earn. You don't have to be a certain rank. It's not just for special people. Most of the people who earn these trips, they don't have to go and do anything extraordinary. They're just special, regular, normal people who engage in a process over time, and they're learning. They're learning. Okay. So not only do we have annual sales trips for up-and-coming business builders and leaders, we also have annual leadership trips. Okay. So these are the trips where anyone can rank up and earn these trips. These are the trips that happen every single year if you happen to be in the top 3 ranks of the company. So these trips are usually to places like Hawaii, Mayakoba, Mexico. This year, actually in September, we're headed to Maui. I've been to Maui once, I've been to Kona once, so I'm excited to go back to Maui. So anyone who is working hard at learning and applying what we are doing here can achieve these 3 ranks, because it's just a matter of helping enough people do what you're doing. You help enough people start getting what they want. That is what propels you to these top 3 ranks. Took me about 3.5 years to do this. And that was with no systems, y'all. I remember when I told you y'all have the benefit of joining a team that has failed forward flat on our faces a million times. Because of that, we've developed systems. And so you're kind of coming in with a head start, a kick start, right? We didn't have those systems when I started. We just had sheer enthusiasm and excitement and drive. My friend Brittany, I told you about, she actually achieved this in about 18 months. And my friend Terry did it in less than 4 months. So clearly I'm not the fastest learner, but it all worked out. 18 months, 4 months, 3 years. But listen, here's what you know. Here's what you can know. You can trust me to stay the course. I'm going to figure things out. And now we have step-by-step systems, and we also have way more people achieving these top 3 ranks. So whether you're just wanting to get your groceries paid for, or if you're dreaming of something much, much bigger, we can show you how. So Why Freedom Team? What makes our team so special? Well, listen, the truth is you're going to become an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You'll want to become like the people on this team because we have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. We're always striving just not to grow only our paychecks, but to grow ourselves. We know that in order for our results to get better, we as people have to get better. So we've grown in leadership skills, communication skills, conflict resolution skills. And that's not only helped us in our business, but in our life. We've allowed and helped each other become more confident, authentic, others focused, just better versions of ourselves. Something that I hear all the time from people on our team is, I've never found a group of women like this before. Me either. Yet here we are, loving each other, growing each other, trusting each other. So another thing that makes us special and different is we have the systems and the training that you need. It's proven. We are being successful. We are consistently one of the top performing teams in the entire company. And so the reality is those who are not digging in and applying and getting this training or not being consistent, they're the ones not getting results. The ones doing these things, applying, getting better, analyzing, failing forward, being consistent, they are the ones being successful and helping a lot of people. So our team is special because if you hang around us, you're probably going to make more money and you're going to grow as a person. We'll empower you. We'll support you. We will laugh with you. So that is why. So why not you? Why not you? I've told you why me. I've told you why us. Why not you? I really want you to envision where you could be 12 to 24 months from now. If your life looked exactly the same then as it does now, would you be okay with that? If someone had asked me that question, I would have honestly said, I love my life. Had a great marriage, great relationship with my kids, was living out my calling as a teacher. So my answer would have been, sure, that would be fine. But deep, deep down in me, there was a part that wondered what I could accomplish. What could I contribute to the world? And there was a part of me that desired freedom and massive impact. I always wondered, could I use my gift and love of teaching on an even bigger scale? Could there be more for me? These were thoughts that I had in my head. So before you start telling yourself that you don't have the money or you don't have the time, be honest with yourself about your dream. What are the things that you really want in life that you don't currently have because you don't have enough money? What are the things that you really want in life that you don't currently have because you don't have enough time? Would you like to live in a different home? Be debt-free? Take more vacations? Do you want to be home with your kids? Or do you want an identity outside of just being home with your kids? Is it you want to be at important events like games and birthday parties and church? Is it to save for your future like retirement or colleges or weddings? Is it a desire to be impactful in the marketplace and be productive in work that matters? Is it to take the cap off of your earning potential and stop trading your dollars for hours? Let me ask you, why not you? If we can do it, why can't you? It's not the skills that hold people back from their dreams. It's their beliefs. And your beliefs, my friend, that is a choice. Do you believe it's all figure outable? Because I do. And you can too. So what choice are you going to make for your 2024, for your 2025? The time's going to pass anyway, guys. Is this day one, or are you putting it off to one day? It's totally up to you. I hope, though, that whatever choice you make is one that yourself a year from now will thank you for. Aren't we tired of regretting? If you're willing to have courage, if you're willing to do it scared, I will show you how. So it's time to start. Get with the person who invited you here. That was me. Get with me. And then let's get your products ordered. Let's get your training started. We're going to be opening up our Success Accelerator mentorship for June very, very soon. And listen, thank you guys so much for being on this call with me today. Thank you for tolerating my voice and my dogs. And listen, my prayer ultimately is that I would be someone that could lead you to success in your business, fulfillment in your life, and to that I ultimately point you to the one who holds it all, that I would lead you to the cross. Because listen, if you're going to join me, I hope that you know my desire is your success and your also salvation. So God, I pray that you're blessed, and looking forward to connecting with you guys soon. See y'all later. Bye, guys.